So let's, I think I want to move and spend a little time here. I know we're a little bit behind on our schedule, but I want to spend some time talking about this elephant in the room, Journey Optimizer and Adobe Campaign, right?
Yeah.
I want to say that I will set it and then we'll get into a discussion, Ivan. There's really no easy answer to say, hey, shall I move to Journey Optimizer? Shall I stay with Adobe Campaign version V8, for example? It's really varies from one use case to another and on what you're doing, right?
Right.
So this is where I think it's healthy to have that discussion and have that idea and conversation of saying like, okay, what's my plans? What I'm trying to accomplish long term? Does this help me or not? But in general, let's talk through some of these high level discussion points. So one of them is, if I am today an Adobe Campaign V8 customer, for me to consider moving to Journey Optimizer, like what would be the biggest driver for that? Ivan, what would you think will be the biggest driver?
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends, right? So if you think about Campaign Classic or Campaign V8, right, that is a product that has a long history with a lot of features built up over, the lifespan of that product, and it's something that we continue to invest in and develop upon. Really, what it comes down to is like, if you are looking to go beyond what you can do within Campaign V8 and you want to start hitting some real-time use cases, there's definitely a path for you to use both solutions together and say, I want to handle all of my batch campaigns through V8. I want to start to explore some real-time use cases through Journey Optimizer, and that's definitely something that we have customers doing today.
But would that complicate the idea of now I have audiences across both? Like, how would you solve for that without
Right, that kind of hits a little bit on your last chat bubble there, right? So in order for that to work, in order for those two solutions to kind of play together, we're kind of bridging those audiences across Campaign and Journey Optimizer by way of the CDP, right? So you're basically taking batch imports of those audiences into the platform, enriching those audiences with all of the Journey Optimizer data, and then doing a sync back into Campaign, right? So we're kind of using the experience platform and the centralized profile there to kind of help us orchestrate across both of those solutions.
Got it. Okay. So there is a world where these two can, like you mentioned, split the batch to be still with Campaign, and then have the real time, the one-to-one, and maybe also the push and SMS that can all happen, because those are more like one-to-one, can happen directly with Journey Optimizer.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Do you see, I mean, is there going to be a world that you guys see I know with Adobe Campaign, it is a heavy product, but it's super powerful, right? Especially if you are doing a lot of customization. If your data, there's a lot of, like, the data is very hard to recreate based on segmentation, and there's a lot more to it. But do you see a world where we can replicate some of the workflows that happen in Adobe Campaign to be happening be transferred to be like segmentation that can feed into Journey Optimizer?
I mean, it all depends on the use cases, right? So there's definitely ways to create the orchestration and the profile data and then bring that into AEP, right? And then build campaigns that are similar to what you have inside of Campaign within Journey Optimizer. I think what it really depends on is the Journey Optimizer product itself from an email delivery perspective still has a lot of of catch up to do, to where we can hit a lot of the same use cases that are available in Campaign Classic. So using, staying with Campaign for those types of workflows and use cases makes a lot of sense. Where we're going to start to see expansion is the way that Journey Optimizer works with offer decisioning, some of the AI and machine learning that we can do on top of the platform, the web channel that we're going to be bringing in, later this year. Those are all things where we see, an expansion beyond just some of the kind of the use cases that we would consider for Campaign Classic. So that's where we really start to tell that story of, is it, if I have Campaign Classic, maybe I want to look at a better together type solution where I can use both to hit different specific use cases.
Yeah, I would say I agree with your approach. I think if I were to advise my clients, I would say, one, assess what you're using in Adobe Campaign V8 today, because in some cases, unfortunately, some clients are using just the bare minimum, where they might want to reconsider if those are enough reasons to stay in V8. If not, then assess how would Journey Optimizer compare to those. So
right.
What is important to you? It might be, I mean, a lot of us want to do multi-channel orchestrated journeys, right?
Yeah.
As this is pretty, it sounds great. It's super difficult, even getting people in the same room to agree on what that journey would look like, because this is not email only, this is not direct mail only, this is not push notification, and in an organization, these are different teams managing all of these. So if your organization is ready to do something like this, and you are on Adobe Campaign V8, assess what would be the pros and cons of moving to a Journey Optimizer, and whether what you just mentioned, having Journey Optimizer and Adobe Campaign working together can either be a stopgap in the beginning until you're fully migrated, or that would be the reality of saying, okay, I'm going to do my orchestrated one-to-one everything in Journey Optimizer, but then I have emails that we know these audiences that are going to go out every day at a certain time. Adobe Campaign, especially with V8, the throughput is way better than V7. Then we can continue with that. So that could be, I see a scenario happening.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.